little Rosalie. How are you? Nice to see you. Today's story is actually Miss T's book and it's called Goldilocks in Space. Miss T lent it to me a wee while ago and I've been looking after it ever since. And I will give it back to her when we are back at school. So, Goldilocks in Space by Peter Bentley and Chris Jevons. Goldilocks in Space. And here is a map of Goldilocks' journey. And she goes past all the planets. Mercury, Venus, there's Earth and the Moon. Past Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. Oh look, here's little Pluto. Through some stars. Then she visits somewhere called Vlax. And Nippity Knox. And Mahoo. And Teehee. And Gangooli. All sorts of funny places. So let's find out what happens. Goldilocks in Space. Goldilocks was heading for space with plenty of porridge packed up in her case. I'm off on a special holiday flight. I'll find a nice planet, one that's just right. She hugged the 3 bears and waved them bye-bye. Then 3, 2, 1, lift off. She rose through the sky. Snug in her rocket, she travelled so far, zooming along from star to star. Some stars were giant and some very small, but none of them had any planets at all. Can you see her zooming through? Goldilocks travelled from place to place and found she was totally lost in space. I'm tired, she sighed, and hungry too. I'm far, far from home. Oh, what will I do? Then her heart gave a leap. She saw planets ahead. One of them's sure to be just right, she said. The first place she tried was called Planet Vax, but she soon found that Vlax was no place to relax. She dished up some porridge, then sat on a rock and jumped up at once with a bit of a shock. Ouch! My poor bottom is burning, she cried. If I stay on this planet, I'm sure to be fried. Then an alien said, is our planet too hot? Try Nippity Knox, it's a much cooler spot. So Goldilocks set off for Nippity Knox, where even the aliens wore extra thick socks. An icicle grew on the end of her nose as she poured out some porridge which instantly froze. This planet's too cold. It's not at all nice. If I stay here, I'll end up a big ball of ice. So she climbed in her rocket and landed at last on planet Mahoo, which was purple and vast. She saw some strange mountains that looked rather scary. That's because they were monsters, gigantic and scary. Come back, tasty earthling, the alien said. Goldilocks shouted, no way, as she fled. Everything here is too big for me, and I don't want to end up in alien's tea. She flew to Teehee, but Teehee was too tiny, and planet Gangooli was too hard and shiny. It's a big ball of metal, I can't get a grip. That's not the right place for a holiday trip. She tried to take off, but what rotten luck. It was like a huge magnet. The spaceship was stuck. She fired up the boosters to maximum power. That'll do the trick, I reckon. And blasted off into an asteroid shower. The asteroids blew her to hey diddle diddle. It was nothing but gas. It was nothing but gas. She flew straight through the middle. This planet's too soft. This is not the right spot. Is there nice planet, not too cold and not too hot. Not too hard nor too soft, not too big nor too small, without any big scary monsters at all. Excuse me, a voice said. My name is Blip, and I know just the planet. Follow my ship. Across the great cosmos, the two spaceships flew till they came to some planets that Goldilocks knew. As they hurtled by Mars, she said in dismay, I'm back where I started. We've gone the wrong way. This is Sleeping Beauty's motel. Earth! Don't you see? It's not too hot nor too cold. Lots of water and air and so many creatures. It's awesome and rare. There are thousands of planets, but I really must say that there's nowhere like Earth in the whole Milky Way. It's time for my dinner. Bye-bye now, said Blip. Thank you, said Goldilocks. Have a good trip. I'll finish my space journey where I begin it, with some nice, just right porridge on my own, just right planet. And there's her journey again, Captain Goldilocks. So, I wonder if you could plan a story, an adventure, going out of this world and where you'd go and what you'd see. You could make up some planets in this different solar system if you like. Your teachers would love to read that story. See you next time. Bye-bye.